Fancy you. Now, my next guests have set themselves a target. Carl Eaton, I was talking about a little earlier on. He's from Skem Merseyside. He's done so much for them. Chucked them all over the place. They've won everything. A wonderful football team. And he's always setting himself a challenge with various things, is Carl. And with Peter Walsh, his pal, well, they certainly have raised the bar this time. And he's come in to tell us all about it. Do you know, sometimes, Carl, I think, no, you're not going to do that. You've done it again. You do it every single time, and you've set yourself a massive challenge here. How are you?
I'm good, Sean. How are you, mate? Nice to see you.
Great to see you. Great to see you, Peter.
Yeah, good to see you too, Sean.
So this is a challenge you've set yourself. Now, first of all, when are you doing it?
We're doing it April 27th.
The 27th of April, and you're setting off from...
Land's End, and then we're going all the way to John O Groats, so bottom of the country, right to the very tip of the country. Then we're going to ferry it over or find a boat somehow over to Orkney Isles, and then all the way back to Skem. And I've worked it out roughly, it's about 1,600 miles.
And can people give you a lift and stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, as you can see, Lee, we're both in wheelchairs. Peter's not a wheelchair user, but the lad has kindly agreed to go in a wheelchair and raise awareness of what I go through on a daily basis. And all we're going to do, Sean, literally, we're going to start the journey with no money, food or water. Literally, we've got nothing. And we're going to just solely rely on human kindness to scrounge lifts, food, water, trade, whatever we can get our hands on to get us there and back.
Wow. So how did you get involved with this, Peter? This sounds like one of them where it sounded like a good idea, and after a few bevies, then you go, what?
Definitely, that's the way it was, yeah. A few bevies in the pub, and Carl comes up with this idea, and stupidly I say, yes, I'll do it with you, Carl. And that's how it happened, basically.
So you're going in a wheelchair as well to raise awareness of what Carl goes through? Well, that's a great thing to do.
I'm able-bodied, and I'm using the wheelchair just to go through what people like Carl go through, you know.
So you're going to set out, and you're wearing the uniforms you're wearing today. You've got convicts uniforms on. So this is like the Great Escape, I suppose. What are you going to call it? Rolling in the gloaming?
Yeah, we're calling it rolling. Rolling in the gloaming. We're calling this, Sean. And the whole idea of it is a lovely friend of mine passed away last year. The lovely Louise, affectionately known as Lulu, and she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2021. And she fought valiantly to stay alive. The Christie Hospital fought so hard to keep that lady alive. And she's such a lovely, bubbly human being, Sean. And sadly, she lost her life April last year at age 58 years of age. And before she died, she asked, she knew we were going to do this. We come up with this silly challenge, and she asked, will we raise the funds for Christie Hospital, which we're going to personally deliver the cheque ourselves. But the biggest thing is, well, shortly before she died, she wants to go to Orkney. Wow. And she just never made it, Sean, And
you're going to take some artefacts, and you're going to take them over then and put them somewhere.
We're going to take some of their belongings, and hop over to Orkney and bury them over there. So at least there's going to be a parcel of Louise on the Orkney Isles, And it means so much. Failure is just not an option, Sean. It's a ridiculous challenge, but. One way or another, we'll find a way, won't we, Pete?
Yeah, we will, definitely.
So you'd have something to raise awareness en route. I mean, people obviously who are listening today and beyond, all over Merseyside and beyond, will know about this. But then when you get out there and you're out in the, the great big UK, people are not aware of what the cause is. How will you do that? Will you go to different radio stations, maybe, do you think? Yeah,
that's what we're open to. We're open to try and, the lovely friend of mine, Louise's husband, Peter Thompson, of Little Man Design. He's busy setting this process up for us, where every city that we bump into, we're going to hopefully get onto the radio stations, raise awareness of every town, every city that we get into. And thanks to Peter, Peter's gone through a hell of a lot, and still is going through a hell of a lot. But he's been so supportive of this challenge, and I can't thank Peter enough.
So what will you take then, Peter? Will you take coats and change of clothes?
No. Basically, what we're sat in now, the convicts' outfits. That's all we take.
That's it.
Right. That's all we're in.
And the only thing we've got is that we'll have our mobile phones, but even the credit cards taken off our phones. And the whole idea of the phones is just literally so we can get out there on Facebook and social media where we are. They keep track.
You need that for an emergency anyway.
But all money and cards are taken off us. Taken off the phone.
We've literally got.
So you're just looking for people to help you however they can, aren't you? To feed you, to maybe drop you off somewhere, take you somewhere else, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, basically that's what we've got the human kindness really. If they've got a car, a taxi, a wagon, a train, we'll get on it to try and get where we're going.
Whatever we can get hold of, you know, and it's and that's it. People have said, "What's your plans?" You can't plan something like this, Sean.
No, I'm going to ask you about your plans, but it's difficult if you're doing it while you're boxing on your toes, as it were. You can't really plan it, can you?
There's no way you can plan it. You know, people said, "How long is it going to take you? What's your plan?" You cannot plan anything. All we know is that our wives are taking this down to Land's End the day before, aren't they?
Yeah.
So we're going to stop a little premiere in maybe. Get up in the morning, have a good scram. They're probably our last supper.
Definitely.
And then get on our toes, Sean, and you know, and just go for it. And what will be, you know. But one way or another, we can't let Louise down. We're just not going to let her down.
It's not an option,
we're getting over that Orkney. I mean, you know what? I could visualise it. I can just visualise when we get to John O Groats and get a little Captain Birdseye fella in a little rowing boat and 2 convicts sat in wheelchairs and he's rowing us over to the Orkney Isles. It'd be hilarious. That one, there's some pictures that'd be.
You keep saying that, but I'm hoping we can get the ferry and not row our way over there, you know.
But you must get as much coverage as you can. I mean, I don't know what the situation is about getting on some of the local television programs.
Well, to be honest with you, BBC Look Northwest have kindly offered that they're going to do a feature on it for us,
because that will raise your your profile when you, as I say, touching our neck of the woods, as it were.
Yeah, I mean, we've got around about £2,500 raised so far. The side we're looking for is about $3,000, and people have been so kind to us, Sean. Haven't they, Pete?
Yeah, they've been great.
They really, really have, you know. So if I can get that $3,000 before we go April 27th, and I know on the day itself, then people are going.
So what about a book of collection on the way? Is that a possibility?
No.
Or
See, no, not really, because the whole idea is to go with no money, you know, and also it's pretty dangerous, isn't it?
It makes us vulnerable.
Well, not only that, I mean, you've got 2 buckets of slummy. It weighs a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah,
well, the point is as well, Sean, to be honest with you, it leaves us quite vulnerable as well. You know, let's be honest, you know, we've got buckets with us and 2 fellas in wheelchairs and stuff like that. I mean, you know, we can be quite vulnerable, but the whole idea is...
Yeah, you're a narc, I wouldn't take nothing.
Well, you know what I mean? Yeah.
He definitely is.
Well, he hasn't had nothing to eat for 3 days. A brave man trying to get that off him.
But yeah, so like I said, it's a hell of a journey. It's a huge journey. It really is. It's massive for the piece.
Yeah, it is. Well,
1,600 miles, you reckon? I mean,
yeah, and that's Sean. But don't forget, that's in a straight line. If we, you know, we could be going zigzagged all over the place.
Of course, and someone might say, well, listen, I can drop you off at such a thing, and I might be 10 miles out your way, but it's in one
exactly.
That's right.
In one respect, we're still travelling, and that's the important thing, just to keep on the move. Yeah, just keep it moving, mate, you know, because...
So have you got any idea of what sort of weather you might expect?
We're hoping sunny weather, aren't we? April 27th, it could be anything, couldn't it?
The one that's worrying me is when we get to John O Groats. I mean, it's the states of the seas. Is that going to allow us to get over to Orkney? Because, I
don't know.
Even if we could jump on a plane, anything, whatever, you've got
yeah, but you've got a chance to
we'll swim it.
Stop. Look at poor Peter's face here. He's adding things on every 5 minutes here.
I know, yeah. He's like this all the time. I never know what he's going to do.
But the thing is, you've got to stay focused, and people are good. You know what it's like. Yeah. People are good. You know, you've seen it firsthand. Do
you know what, Sean? You know, I've got a couple of few thank yous here, but first and foremost, the Skelmersdale community. I keep going on about that town. You know, it's a deprived town, but it's a proud town, and it's a very, very giving town. And I must get on their nerves, because I'm on that Facebook all the time, and I'm hammering this, and I know I get on people's nerves, but things need to be done. You know, this is massively, massively important to me and Pete. You know, we've put a lot of time, a lot of effort into this, you know, and thanks to yourselves, you know, BBC, you've never let us down. You've always been supportive of everything that I've done, and I'm so grateful. But, you know, we've got to crack on with it. I'm repeating myself, Sean, but this cannot fail. It won't fail. One way or another, I'll be coming back in here and telling you our story, how we got to the Orkney and back.
You've done it time and time again. To ask a daft question, what about maintenance as far as the chairs are concerned? I mean,
well, go on, Pete.
I'd personally like to thank Da Vinci Wheelchairs. They provided me with a custom-built wheelchair for the task. And they provided us with spare tyres, haven't they?
Spare and the tubes, all the gear. You know, I mean, if we have a puncher, we're in the dupe. You know what I mean, Sean?
That's what I mean. You don't want something as simple as a puncher,
exactly.
You know,
no.
To set
but Da Vinci, that's where I get my wheelchair on. Them lads have been great. We didn't have any Pete, you know. So so they really, really have. You know,
to give me the wheelchair to do this challenge in, you know.
You see, I've got to say as well, Sean. Originally, this challenge was going to be it was going to be the Leeds Marathon last October, but I broke my wrist training for it.
Did you?
Yeah, so we couldn't do that. So there was going to be 4 of us, including yourself, wasn't there, Pete?
Yeah, there was.
But one of the lads that with us, Alan Johnson, he wanted to still do the marathon, and I'll be honest with you, mate, he raised a big chunk of that cash. You know, and he did, and a massive thank you to Al for that.
Yeah,
he really did. He carried on doing the run. So then we thought, what else can we do? What else can we do? And a few pints, we came up with this idea, didn't we, Pete?
Yeah, you did.
Moral of the story, Peter: don't go for a pint with Carl.
I'll run away next time.
Note to self. Right. What's your target?
It's 3,000, but I want as much. I want more than that. It's worth more than that, Sean.
It is worth more than that.
It's worth more than that. You know, we've got 2,500 so far. If I can get 3,000 before the 27th, and I know on the day that when we start doing the challenge, people are going to.
Well, listen, we don't have to tell people the work that these people do in the Christie Hospice and everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a vocation for them people.
Sean.
They really are. So if you can, how can we sponsor you? How can we get involved?
I mean, we've got to just give them page there. I mean, it's www.rolling, ROLLING, rolling in the Gloamin, GLOAMIN. So it's rollinginthe Or if you get on my Facebook, it's Carl with a C, Menaces Eaton, EATON. Get on there. There's loads of links for the GoFundMe page. I know times are hard. We're in a difficult times. Of course we are. But if everybody just dropped me a couple of quid, we'd be ever so grateful, wouldn't we, Pete? We really would.
Would help.
The 27th of April you're going, aren't you?
Yeah, we are, yeah.
And we'll be back on the 29th.
Pancake Friday.
29th. 2027. So look out for them there.
If we get back.
You get back. I know
yeah,
you
we
will.
We were determined.
From everyone here at Radio Merseyside. We'll speak to you before then. We'll see how you're getting on. And if there's anything else you need on the way or whatever.
Sean, can I just give a quick shout out to my daughter Sammy Lee and my granddaughter Harriet. And a big thanks to me missus as well. You know, I mean, she's supported me in everything that I've ever done.
She's great.
Yeah, and my missus supporting me as well.
Bev, she's
brilliant.
I bet she's made up your going. I bet she's made up see the back of you for a few weeks.
Yeah, but you know what, Bev?
She gets a break.
Sure, Bev wants him to come back. Min doesn't want me to come back, lad.
Bit of a dilemma there. Hey, listen, the best of luck, fellas, and it's a big adventure. I bet you're so much looking forward to it as well as you know.
To be honest with you, we spoke. I mean, it's got a book in it, Sean. You know what I mean? I'm convinced of it.
We'll film it, let's follow it. Let's follow it on YouTube and maybe do a podcast with it and stuff like that.
Definitely, we've got all kinds of plans, but thanks to everybody that supports
Not at all. www.rollinginthegloamin.org, and you can find Carl. It's Carl, C-A-R-L, Carl Eaton, E-A-T-O-N.
Menaces Eaton, yeah.
Menaces, M-E-N-A-C-E-S.
Yeah.
Eaton, Carl Menaces Eaton. And if you can donate anything, you've heard the story, please do. It's for a fabulous cause, and the lads are giving it the heart and soul, so if you can get involved, they'd be thrilled. Guys, the best of luck.
Thanks very much, Sean. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Bob.